This is why I'm
Hey
hot hoes
guys,
praying at a
yes,
flop.
yes.
I'ma keep
Welcome
it
back to
simple, you
another
just don't go
YouTube
where I
channel.
got.
Welcome if you're
My
new
price
and
be
welcome if
going
you're
up like
not.
every day, and
Today
it's
we're
a
talking
lot.
CHRISAN
Wait,
and Blueface.
I'm really
Has
that
Blueface
hot,
ruined his
bitch.
career by being in a relationship with
I'm
CHRISAN?
really
Did Blueface give his career to CHRISAN? Is Blueface's personal career over right now? So before we were all talking about CHRISAN Rock, and Blueface, we were just talking about Blueface. Blueface, you know, was a popular rapper. His song Fortiana with Cardi B really put him on the map. Like at that point, people was loving his music. The song was popular for a long time. And Blueface has made, you know, a name in the industry that was here to stay. Why was his name going to be here to stay? For his talent, yeah. For his rapping, for his ability to dance. Blueface seemed like he had a talent. But unfortunately, since he started publicly having a relationship with CHRISAN, Blueface's whole career seems to have, you know, disappeared. And it seems to all be about, you know, fighting with different women, you know, him smoking weed, you know, denying his child, then going to CHRISAN, then going back to his baby mama, then he's touring with CHRISAN, and it's just all about drama and his crazy relationship. But what's happened to Blueface's, you know, whole rap career? Has Blueface literally just given his career to CHRISAN Rock accidentally? Now, he picked her from his TV show. As you know, he was out here, he had women, you know, all in a house with him, and he ended up getting in a relationship with CHRISAN. You know, he was having the OnlyFans show right then, and CHRISAN was in the house, and he ended up, you know, dating CHRISAN, and now she's obviously pregnant with his baby, which he has denied on and off since the whole pregnancy began. But it's like this is all his career seems to now be about. Now, CHRISAN Rock, her name is, you know, massive right now. Everybody's talking about her. She trends a lot. And I have to say, I think more people are interested in CHRISAN than they are Blueface. So it seems as though Blueface has given CHRISAN his popularity and pretty much his whole career. You know, she's singing songs herself, you know, it's a vibe all the time. And it seems to me as though his career is going downhill, where her career is rising. Now, despite all Blueface's and CHRISAN's, you know, public, you know, fights and arguments, I think CHRISAN has got something about her that I think people take to, and it's something to do with her being really kind of seeming quite sweet in nature. It's to do with the fact that, you know, she's pregnant and Blueface has treated her very badly in this pregnancy. And I think the public has, like, grown a love for CHRISAN, whereas Blueface, I think he is developing a strong dislike from people. A lot of people are starting to not like Blueface, and I think this could have an effect on his career, like, long term. I feel like, you know, he's not really bothered about having an image that the public really like right now, but I think this could just totally ruin his career, because right now, as I said, his whole career is about, you know, what drama and what craziness is going on in his relationship. It's not actually about his music. And, you know, judging he came out here, he was a rapper. I thought he would have been busy trying to grow his music to bigger heights, hopefully so he could get on the sort of level of, like, Jay-Z and people like that who have got a long, you know, had a long rap career and are really recognised for their talent. But instead, he's kind of turning into some sort of, you know, well, he done a reality TV show and he seems to just be going down that path. It's like the music's not meaning that much to him right now, and his reputation's not meaning that much to him right now. And right now he's got a really bad reputation. There's quite a few rappers that went down the bad reputation path. You know, they were mistreating women, and quite a few of them, you know, they have kind of disappeared. Fetty was one of them. You know, he was starting to be known for just, you know, having kids with loads of women, more than Fetty was being known for his actual, you know, musical talent after a while. It seems like, you know, CHRISAN could end up being a bigger star than Blueface long term, and that Blueface could basically just fade away. He could just, you know, no longer be that known, because Blueface's career, as I said, was about his music, and I think he was talented. But, you know, right now, everything out there about him is negative. He's not really showing the music much love right now, and he seems to be more focused on being a reality TV star. CHRISAN is beating him, in my opinion, in the popularity stakes. Like, she's more popular, regardless of whether he's more talented in terms of, like, musically. Like, yeah, he's more talented than her, you know, in terms of musically. But his popularity is declining and hers is growing. And even if she, this relationship, never gets back on track with them two, she just continues to be, on her own, just raising his baby without him. I feel like one thing she has gained from being with Blueface is a lot of popularity, extra fame, and a much, higher bank balance. Now, of course, we know she had money already. She was already rich. But, she's definitely gained a lot of popularity and more money from being in a relationship with Blueface. And I feel like at least she's gained something. She's got a baby on the way. The baby, I'm sure, is going to be beautiful. Do I think Blueface is going to be a good dad? You know what? Blueface, to me, I don't think he's necessarily going to be a bad dad if he gets to the point when he just, accepts the baby is his and he makes a decision to do the right thing by CHRISEAN. I think we all know he's the child's father. We know he knows he's the child's father, but he seems to, to me, like, enjoy, putting her through the stress of him denying it. He wants the attention. And as I said, right now his career is totally riding on negative attention. I mean, I've not seen anyone have anything to say that is positive about Blueface in quite a long time. There's not really been anything positive to be said about him. People are just seeing him out here, arguing with CHRISEAN, as I said. Then we know he's been, violent towards her. That is affecting his popularity as well. Has she been violent towards him as well? To my knowledge, yes. They've both been violent to each other. But obviously, he's a man, and when he's being violent to a woman, he's going to be looked at even worse. Whether that's right or wrong, in terms of his popularity, people know when you hit a woman and he admits it, it's not helping his popularity at all. Not at all. And I think with CHRISEAN, she's young. She looks really young as well. And I feel like, she gets more sympathy from people because I feel like people, look at her and they know she's like a girl that's just had, a hard life and a hard upbringing. And don't get me wrong, I think Blueface has had some dysfunction in his life as well, which is obviously why he's like, living like this right now. But I feel like CHRISEAN is just, getting more sympathy from people. And as I said, she's pregnant right now as well. And obviously to see a guy treat somebody who is pregnant with their child this badly and be disrespectful to her and, just so uncaring for her, she's not really done anything to him for him to need to treat her this way. Even like recently when he was back with, his baby mama who has his first 2 kids and a very young baby as well, the way he was just out there just publicly, he didn't care that CHRISEAN was pregnant. He didn't care how she felt. And some people would say, well, CHRISEAN didn't really care about his baby mother. She has a very young baby as well. As some people would say, what goes around comes around. But, it's just his whole character, I think. I think Blueface's whole character is really questionable right now. He's coming across as a guy who's, carefree, doesn't really care about how he treats the women he's in a relationship with, doesn't care how it affects, his children, and just doesn't care about what people think about him in general. Should you spend your whole life caring about what people think about you? Hell no. But there is a point when enough people think something badly of you when you've got to look at yourself and be like, wow, maybe I'm doing something wrong here because people are really judging me and looking at me negatively. Now, I think he may think this is the method for his career, just be out here acting careless, getting a lot of attention. But I feel like he should have just focused on his music, and put more attention on his music. He could have still done these reality TV shows. He could have still dated CHRISEAN. He could have done all the same things without, basically trashing his reputation. Will Blueface stop the attention-seeking antics and just get back to, making the music? I don't think so. And the reason I don't think he would just get back to making the music and, just stop all the antics and all the, chaos that's going on in his life is because right now, I think this is the path he wants to be on. He wants to be on the reality TV thing. He's liking the whole, boxing thing he was doing the other day. And I don't really think so. And if I'm honest, he's basically just giving his career to CHRISEAN. I think he's going to, die out like a lot of reality TV stars do, despite having good music. And I think CHRISEAN is going to make the most money off this publicity, in comparison to him. I think she's going to do better from this publicity, despite it being bad publicity. Because, as I said, for her, I think it's been a career boost. But I feel like for Blueface, it's like, yeah, he's trending a lot, but he's never trending for anything good. And we have to remember, Blueface is known and loved for his musical ability and his talent. And right now, he's not showing us his talent. There's no talent in, falling all over the floor, fighting with your girlfriend, you know, running from woman to woman. It's not really, you know, there's no talent in there, and I feel like he's wasting his talent, you know. And even when he's like doing songs with CHRISEAN, you know, don't get me wrong, you know, I like the songs, you know, most people like the songs, but you know, he's actually done songs with, you know, big artists like Cardi B, as I said, and he should be really on the level by now. He should only be doing songs with people like, you know, Beyonce, top level people, but he's wasting his time on this like fighting, having kids, messy. He was in a poly relationship at one point. Like, his focus is elsewhere, when really we all just wanted his focus to just be on the music. And I think he's literally gave CHRISEAN his career. I think she's going to be the biggest star out of them two now. Then right now, I think right now she's more popular than him. So it's like, although he was the biggest star to start with, that seems to have changed. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Has Blueface just given his popularity and his career to CHRISEAN? You know, is she now the biggest star, and is she going to remain the biggest star out of the two of them? Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you all on another one.